What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow S2K and I am playing some MXGP. This game came out a couple days ago and I'm pretty excited about it. I did play the demo, but I didn't think it was worth making a video of. And then now that the full game's out, figured I'd show you a little bit of the career mode. I'm already kind of into the race and stuff, and I'll show you what's going on. I'm doing just qualifying and races here, and you get 30 minutes of qualifying. That gives you your gate pick, and then you do the races. And with just the bike and everything in general, there's not a lot of customization, but you do get offers from different teams as you progress through the career mode. So you get to like kind of pick what teams you want to be on, different bikes, you know, and then you can pick your helmet, and you unlock those through like leveling up points, you know. If you do a good job, you get a lot of points, and then you move up to level 6 and you unlock maybe a helmet or something. So anyway, that's that. You can change your bike setup as far as, you know, suspension, braking, things like that. But we're going to hop in right here. If you want to see a review more of like what your desk looks like your garage when you're first starting off and stuff, check out my buddy Dio991 of Return to Dio Gaming. You can check out his review and maybe get two people's opinions on this game in general. But anyway, I'm going to show you more about the physics and whatnot, and then a race here after we get done with qualifying. You do get 30 minutes to qualify, but I'm just going to cut it short, do a couple laps, and then we'll do the race. So anyway, physics-wise, one cool thing that adds a whole nother element with this game is that you have a front and rear brake. So left trigger, I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, by the way. Left trigger is your front brake, just like it would be in like Reflex or Alive or something like that. So left trigger is just your normal brake, but if you push A, that's your rear brake, so you can kind of get the bike to rotate a little. See how that back end came out a little bit there? And that's really cool. It adds a whole nother element to the game, and where, you know, you're trying to have a good balance of front brake, rear brake, and you're balancing. It's a two-stick control thing, kind of like Reflex is. Left stick is just your generic steering, and then your right stick is your body weight, just like Reflex and Alive. But one cool thing that this game has, actually Dio's the one that I kind of realized this from in his review of the game, of the career mode, I guess. But you can, okay, so say if I'm going in this corner, I'm gonna turn right like you obviously would to make the corner, but I'm also going to use my right stick for my weight, right? So what I'm gonna do on one of these corners, I'll do it on this upcoming corner here. Yeah, this will be a good one. So I'm going to steer right, obviously, just to turn, but I'm going to steer or use my weight in the opposite direction, and that like weights your outside peg, so you're not going to go down as easy. You're not going to crash as easy. If you lean into the corner too, you definitely need to do that. Like the perfect fastest laps and stuff are a good balance of all of these things, but it's easy to slide out if you lean too far in. Like I'll just lean too far in and pin it. Obviously I stayed on it, but you can fall pretty easy. So depending on the corner, it really helps to change your weight, you know. Okay, so here I'm gonna get turned in, rear brake, and then I'm just leaning outside, you know. So I'm leaning the opposite direction that you would in like Alive. So right here, my right stick is right, and it's weighting that outside peg, so I'm not gonna slide out. And it's really cool because it adds a whole nother element. So you're balancing your front brake, rear brake, and obviously you're balanced front to rear, but that's kind of more obvious. But right here I'm going to lean all the way to the left, even though you can't really see, you just have to trust me, but I'm leaning the opposite direction just so I don't slide out. And it's really cool, and it works. But also if you want to get into a nice inside line somewhere to get to the inside of somebody, you definitely should lean in. You can see right there I tried to lean in and just slid out. But if you want to take a tight line, you do need to lean into that corner, but it's a little bit of a gamble because you can slide out pretty easy. So anyway, those are just the physics of me just talking about them. Let's try to see if I can put together a decent lap, and then we'll just get into the race here, and hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of what this game is like. I do recommend buying it. It's like 35 bucks. If you're broke, don't, but if you can afford it, buy it. It's worth it. You'll have a lot of fun. The multiplayer is the same thing, you know, same thing as anything else. I think you can have like 12 people in multiplayer, maybe more, but that's all I've raced against. And you can have some good battles, and that's what we all want, right? The physics in the air suck dick. That's a little vulgar, but it's very true. You can see it's just like set whips and stuff, but you can get some neat scrubs in. If you have the timing just perfect, but it's still a set scrub. It's not like Reflex where you can really control every little bit of your rider in the air. So that's the worst thing about the game. But you know what? I think a lot of the other stuff makes up for it. That was pretty crappy, but let's see if I can put together a decent lap. Obviously, I'm not going to get a good qualifying time since I didn't even clear that finish line, but let's just do one more lap of qualifying, and hopefully you guys can see a little bit better what it's like to try to put all those things together. Try to focus a little bit here more than before. Okay, so I'm going to lean inside the corner because I wanted to take a little bit of a tight line there. That mechanics area is cool, but graphically this game is pretty sweet. And that's worth something, right? That was cool. Yeah, it's definitely worth something, at least in my opinion. That's a huge gap. It's hard to clear on the MX2 bikes. So I'm struggling just a little bit, but this track is pretty cool. You just got to try to learn what you need to preload, what you need to scrub, and that's a whole nother fun balance of the game. You can see there's a decent scrub. But they're all preset, which is a little bit of a bummer. I'd rather have it like Reflex where you can control every little ounce of what's going on in the air. But no worries. It's a different game, and I think you need to treat it like a different game. And I went into this thinking it was going to just be garbage. And I'm coming away with it thinking that, you know what, I'm having a lot of fun with this game, and I think there's something to it that's worth playing, worth enjoying if you're really into motocross. Yeah. So anyway, you can see right there, you can really get a good line through these corners. I haven't really put together a decent lap at all, but you can see if you really hit corners right, you can carry your momentum everywhere. I mean, I feel like those last few corners I did a decent job. You can see you can really carry speed through this track. And yeah, it looks like I have a 8th place qualification so far. I'm actually going to exit out and let's see, return to the pit, and then you can skip to the race here. So I want to show you what the racing is like, just so you can see, see what the AI is like and everything. I think that's another important part of the game, and they're great. It's fun. They're a little one-line, but it's not terrible. And they're hard. I mean, I have it on realistic difficulty, and the physics are on pro. So the hardest difficulties of everything, except for I have it shifting automatically for me. But let's just hop in. No reason to mess with any settings or anything. Let's just hop in the race. You get to pick your gate pick. I'm gonna go right there. It looks like it has a pretty decent line to the front, or to the inside of the corner there. With starting in this game, I just lean forward and pin it. It seems to work pretty well. I bet you there's a little bit more of a trick to get a really good start, but for now, this is working just fine for me. Getting pushed out wide. Try to cut inside, wait that outside peg. Don't want to go down. Kind of taking a little bit of a cheater line there, but that's all right. Whoa, got pushed out. The beginning can be a little tricky, just like any other game when you're in with a big group of guys. Oh, no. Whew. Man, I got a little lucky there. Trying to keep my momentum up. Oh, man, hard on the brakes. Don't need to scrub that double next time. Okay, I have a good start here. It can be really tricky. If you crash at the beginning, it's really hard to pass guys. They have a pretty good pace, which makes for a lot of fun racing here, even in career mode. Got on the brakes a little too much there. Inside line. It's all about trying to control your balance, in these corners. Nice. Oh, I landed right on him. Oh my god. My front tire was like stuck in his head. But you can see, it's kind of fun to not be able to crash so easy. It's just like a different type of game. Reflex, I like it that you crash a lot. I mean, it makes it where you're always worried. You're always trying to be careful. But in this, you can just try to pin it and have fun racing guys. Oh, that was really, really sketchy. I'm surprised I didn't go down there for sure. Okay, so there's a lap. Let's see if I can try to pick off this leader here. Big double. I'm going to weight the outside peg. Like I said, I'm steering right with that right stick. Makes it where you don't go down as easy. Pretty good run there. Same thing here. Leaning the opposite direction that I'm turning. I'm going to do the same thing right here. This track is pretty sweet, but you can see now that I've kind of gotten used to the track a little bit more, I'm putting together some decent laps. I mean, jinxing myself there, but it's all about carrying momentum, and you really do need to know the tracks to be able to carry that momentum. It's really important. Big triple. I haven't quite cleared that. I don't know why I'm struggling with that one of all things. That's okay. Here we go. Try to take a nice inside line, protect that inside. There we go. Now sometimes when you're trying to corner, it's going to push wide, like kind of understeer, you know. But that's where the rear brake comes in. You can get yourself to rotate with the rear brake. Even if you're leaning, okay, so I'm leaning left right now, all the way to the outside, but I use the rear brake to help rotate. It's pretty cool. It's just like a neat balance of physics in this game. So I promise, like, trust me, I'm very critical of games. And this one, it's not like a, oh my god, this is going to be the best motocross game of all time. But if you really enjoy all these motocross games, I think this one's worth buying. Oh my god, so sketchy. Don't want to lose the lead here. Okay, I'm on the last lap. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to end this after this lap, and then I'm going to finish off this this track here with my last race. But hopefully this gives you guys a good representation of what the game's like and makes you understand the physics a little bit more. If you have any questions, good luck. Post it in the comments, and hopefully I can answer them in my next review, because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of videos of this game, at least for now. I already have some multiplayer ready and stuff like that, but it's pretty neat, and it can be tricky, and that's the fun thing. You know, if it was just a super easy game with these physics, it wouldn't be as much fun. It really wouldn't. But it can be tricky. I'm doing good right now, but I mean, honestly, the last race I struggled to get 2/6. So it's like, it's fun, and you know, you're doing a whole championship. You're getting offered, different teams are offering you rides on their bikes, so you can switch it up, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. But that being said, if you're like going into this thinking it's going to be an amazing game, you might be pissed. You might not like it. So go into it with an open mind and don't expect much, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. I know that's a bad promotion, but it's honest. It really is. I didn't expect much, and you know what? I'm shocked that the game I'm having this much fun with it. And I know from what I know, Dio was saying the same thing. But if you want to see another review or kind of interpretation of this game, make sure to go over to my buddy's channel, Dio991, Return of Dio Gaming. I'll put the link to his channel in the description. You guys can check that out and support his channel and watch all his content. He's uploading a lot of Reflex and MXGP. And yeah, should just be a lot of fun. And thank you guys for watching, and look out for more content from MXGP. I'll talk to you later.